Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Butterfly Effect podcast. I'm Jack, and I'm here with Liam. And today we're talking about the new Switchback VR trailer that was released by Supermassive Games. Right, mate, I think you've got a little bit more info on this than I have, so take it away.
Yeah, so we've just looked at the trailer Switchback. So it has been confirmed that it's going to be another game like Rush of Blood that came after Until Dawn. Now, this was a game where it was kind of like you were on a roller coaster and it was a shooter. It had very mixed reviews because it was very different from Until Dawn. But, you know, a few people really enjoyed it. So we're going to get an exact same one, which seems to be for part one of season one of the Dark Picture anthologies. So as you can tell from the video there, we've got the Man with Dan Sailor Girl, we've got the Black Cat Bar, a few of the House of Ashes caves. You can even see the crashing bus and Taylor from Little Hope. It seems that fans have very mixed opinions about it. I mean, most of them do seem to be positive, though. I read a lot of comments. People can't wait for it. Loads of people actually came forward saying they enjoyed, Rush of Blood, and they're looking forward to this game instead. And personally, from a trailer point of view, I really loved the metal music, and it was really cool just to kind of recapture the first part of the Dark Pictures anthology. I mean, Jack, will yourself be getting this game? It's PlayStation VR only, and what do you make of the fact they're making a game like this?
I'll just come out and say no, I won't be getting this game. I haven't played the Rush of Blood either. I think it's more to do with just that VR's not really my scene. I've played some pretty shite VR games before, like with other mates and stuff. And this doesn't look like that. This looks pretty good. Like the graphics, there was nice nods, like you said, to Man of Medan, House of Ashes, and Little Hope and stuff like that. But yeah, like I know it comes up at one point, that there's a story to it, but to me it just looks like that you're on a roller coaster firing a gun. Like, that's not to shit on it. Other people will get a kick out of it, and I'm sure it will be, great for them. But yeah, I'm just not interested in it. But what I would say is that it does confirm something that we were talking about in another video, doesn't it, mate? How basically that the Switchback isn't going to be part of season 2, that it's its own separate entity, and that it's probably the same as ODEF.
Yeah, exactly, because we looked at the other titles before, and we strongly thought that Intercession, Directive 8020, Craven Man, and Winterfold would be the 4 games in the second part of this Dark Picture anthology season. And we saw a rumour somewhere that Switchback would be a different kind of game, and ODEF as well. So ODEF will probably end up being like a board game or card games. And, this isn't disappointing news. We did think it was a bit weird that part 2 would have 6 games and not 4. I mean, my opinion personally is that it's nice that fans get bonus stuff. VR fans, it's nice that they get their own kind of little mini game themselves. It does look like a bit of a copy and paste job. You've got all the old character models, and they've been shoved into like a game which has probably been fairly easy to build from a development point of view. But you know what? You can't really argue with the fact that it is a clever business maneuver. And who are we to judge? We had ads at the start of this video, so who are we to judge?
Exactly. I think as well, VR is going to be the future of gaming, isn't it? It's going to be an industry that's growing more and more, and they've made early moves into it. So, props to Supermassive, I guess. And of course, there was another trailer that came out recently as well, the Halloween trailer for The Devil in Me, that focused on the serial killer. There's some pointers that we'd like to talk about here. So, mate, take it away.
Of course. I mean, this trailer doesn't reveal too much more. It was more like a cinematic trailer, to be honest. And we've already had about 3 or 4 of them, including like Jesse Buckley's interviews, the gameplay reveal. So I was just sat there a little bit like, come on, another one, really? They're probably trying to milk it out of because it's Halloween. But, there were some interesting things that came about of it. We saw a lot of potential new deaths. You've got Kate, who's bound and bloody. Erin, who's locked in a dark room. You have Charles with a Zippo lighter explosion. Jamie can even get pinned to a wall. And on top of the deaths, we see another choice involving Charles, where the killer, Grantham Dumain, is right in front of him. I think he's holding a blade up to his neck behind a gate or a fence. And you can either step back or stay. I'm already torn. I mean, obviously, step back's the safe option, but maybe we need to play into what Grantham Dumain wants. So I am actually weirdly torn. Jack, what did you make of all this? And did you pick anything special up from this trailer?
I haven't, no. I suppose, like you say, it'd be good to know what the context is, because the obvious choice would be to step back. So, I mean, why would you stay? Unless it was like a weird, somehow, if you move, then he'll stab you or something. I really don't know. It's quite a puzzling choice. I think we'll just have to see when we ultimately play it. But just to bring something else up as well, when you were covering about the deaths there, and it alludes to the whole thing that this is going to be more sort of dark and creative deaths in this particular game. But I swear there's one point as well where you see an eyeball fall out onto the table. Now the shot was very quick and I couldn't tell if it was like, you know, like one of those fake mannequin, you know, eyeball things that you can just, or whether it was like one of the characters' eyes. There could be potentially a very gruesome death there as well, where almost Saw-like, where they can lose one of their eyes. It's a bit creepy, a bit dark. I don't know.
Completely agree. And we just wanted to mention as well that it looks like one of the characters, Charles Lonnet, will be voiced by Paul Kay, who was Thoros in Game of Thrones. So yeah, very interesting here that not only have we got the elite Jesse Buckley, but we'll also have Paul Kay providing the voice for Mr. Charles Lonnet.
I'm very excited, and another thing actually that's just come to mind is the fact that there's a point in the trailer where he talks about how, you know, that he's if you're going to kill him or if you're going to bury him, he has to be put under a lot of cement. Otherwise, you know, him being dead won't stop him killing. And I won't go into like lean into it too heavy for fear, you know, people watching and spoilers, but that leans so heavily into what our theory is going into this game and considering the background of H.H. Holmes, etc. So I fear that we're going to go into this game kind of like The Quarry, where we sort of have the picture figured out. I hope that's not the case. That's my one overriding emotion at the minute. But the excuse to play detective, to find clues, and with the added gameplay mechanics, it is rather exciting. So bring it on.
Of course. Yeah, I'm really excited as well. And as always, I will be playing my gameplay on the channel. So there'll be no hiding from me. Everyone will know what my choices are. And I'm pretty nervous about that because I've had a really good run so far with the DPA games where I usually get the full cast to survive. But I have a feeling that my luck's going to run out and I can see myself walking out with like 1 or 2 out of 5 characters this time. So we'll have to see how I do. But until then, guys, it's been a pleasure talking to you about these games. Let us know if you want us to cover anything else. And I'm sure we'll see you in the next one.
Bye-bye for now, guys.